Case study, change of partner, for legal exclusively. Vocabulary overview. Partnership, partner, stake in the partnership, partnership agreement, assignment, assign rights and duties, duly assign, consent to the assignment. Case study, partnerships. Mark was your client. He was fed up with running a business with several other partners. He decided to get a proper employment contract and quit the partnership. He offered Walter, one of his neighbors, his stake in the partnership. Walter was more than happy to accept Mark's stake in the partnership. Mark duly assigned his rights and duties to Walter in a written agreement. Mark was clever. He checked the partnership agreement. And indeed, the partnership agreement provided for the possibility of assigning rights and duties to a third party. He also asked all other partners whether they agreed to the assignment. But was this transaction legal under Polish law? Well, one of the legals says that companies and partnerships in Poland are governed by the Code of Commercial Companies and Partnerships. Article 10 in particular discusses transfer of rights and obligations. Article 10, paragraph 1 stipulates that all the rights and obligations of a partner in a partnership may be transferred to another person only if the partnership agreement provides so. Paragraph 2 of Article 10 stipulates that all rights and obligations of a partner in a partnership may be transferred to another person only upon obtaining the written consent of all of the other partners. So, it seems that Mark did a great job. He checked the partnership agreement. The partnership agreement expressly stipulated the possibility of assigning the rights, and he also asked for the other partner's consent. Synonyms: rights and obligations means the same as rights and duties. Transfers means the same as assigns. Antonyms: only if means the opposite of unless, and provides so means the opposite of provides otherwise. Let's see it in the context of a phrase. Only if the partnership agreement provides so means it is a necessary condition. The partnership agreement must expressly say this. Unless the partnership agreement provides otherwise, it's an exception to the rule. The agreement may say something different. Let's recap the vocabulary. Rights and obligations. The agreement provides so. The agreement provides to the contrary. Written consent. Assignment. Partnership agreement. Partner. Is it the end of this case, though? Unfortunately, nope. There was a surprising development, and you, legals, were absolutely necessary. A few days after the transfer of rights and obligations, a plumber knocked on Mark's door. The plumber demanded that Mark should pay for some work the plumber had done previously for the partnership. Mark shut the door in the plumber's face, saying it's not his business anymore. But Was he right to do so? Well, unfortunately, Article 10 has got some more paragraphs, and paragraph 3 stipulates that where a partner's rights and obligations are transferred in their entirety to another person, the outgoing partner and the incoming partner are jointly and severally liable for the outgoing partner's obligations. Outgoing partner, this is Mark. He left the partnership, so he was the outgoing partner. Now, if you think it's funny that Mark was the outgoing partner, think again. Partnership Act 1890. This was the original English legislative act as early as 1890. Talks about liabilities of incoming and outgoing partners. So this is a legit term. Please note that you could refer to an outgoing partner as a retiring partner as well. And please note that the word firm is used exchangeably with the word partnership. So a partnership means a firm. Legal jargon. Jointly and severally means together, but if one person pays, the rest of the debtors are free from the debt. And in their entirety means all of it. Jointly and severally liable. Let's look at our case scenario. So, because Mark is jointly and severally liable with the partnership, it means that Mark may have to pay the plumber if the partnership is unable to pay. At the same time, the partnership may have to pay the plumber if Mark is unable to pay. This is referred to as joint and several liability. Let's recap. Incoming partner, outgoing partner, joint and several liability, jointly and severally liable, firm partnership, obligations arising from, be liable for. Thank you for your attention, Legal Eagles, and see you next time.